Hello. Oof. How's everyone going? How's everything going? Wow. New stream, new day. I took a whole day off yesterday from streaming, which is good because I was super busy yesterday at work, the actual job. Cheers. But though I'm happy to be back, I really miss streaming. I did not miss playing Flight Simulator or playing music because I did those things anyway, even though I was not streaming yesterday, or later in the day. Hey, I didn't want to stream at like 5 p.m. my time. I think it'd be weird, to stream really out of your time. If you have a regular thing and you do it for only an hour and a half, I think you should be at 2 hours. I think it should be around the same time every day. So yeah, wasn't plus it's the last it'll go live in terms of having to wear clothes and things like that. But then that's not I enjoy getting set up for the live stream, which as usual I haven't thought about at all, which is fine. Anybody here for the first time, and you don't have to say anything, but here's how it goes. First half of the stream, roughly 45, 55 minutes. We're going to do some flight simulator activities in Microsoft Flight Simulator every single time. I don't know where we're going to go, what kind of plane it's going to be. And then part 2 of the show is going to be me playing music, and we alternate between music, piano, and musical guitar. And since yesterday was not a stream, I'm not exactly sure how to go about it, since the stream before was, you know what I'm saying, piano. But anyway, today is going to be guitar stream featuring my beautiful Swirl Stratocaster. It's a real Fender Stratocaster, okay? It's not like some kind of fake something or other. And it comes from the factory like this. Look how cool that I like keeping the whatever called the spring cover open for some reason, so you can see how the finish goes all the way through the body. It's really a cool guitar. It also sounds, it's a Stratocaster. Wow. So I'm excited about playing that in the second half of the show. Well, we should get to the first half of the show at some point. One half of the show. There you go. Hi, thank you for coming to the show. It's good to see you. What's new? What's up? How you doing, Mistress Mord? Nice to see you. I think in honor of you being here, we'll just do another Cape Town flight, but this time in the Ornithopter from Dune, since I think that content is still hot. So when it comes up in my, well, you'll be watching. You'll be watching. Yeah, we'll do Cape Town. Is it? I assume it's a nice day there. Oh, wait a minute, the wrong place. Yeah, we're gonna make it daytime. We're gonna make it daytime, and we're gonna take off in that little. We'll take off from the defunct airbase, but we're gonna do it in the Dune thing, just because this content is hot, and it gets a lot of attention when I in my YouTube thumbnails. I think when people see it, it's probably not gonna be hot forever, so I might as well do it now. You know what I'm saying? So I have the downloaded much. The regular one is this boring black and gray thing. Well, it's cool looking. It looks like the actual, exactly like what's in the movie, and it's really amazing. I was watching the Dune 1 the other day with an eye to specifically how they portray the Ornithopter, and it's just like Flight Simulator. I mean, everything is all the details are perfect. It's amazing. But anyway, it's boring, so we're gonna do this bright yellow one that I downloaded for free. And hopefully it'll let us start, yes, because I want to start it cold. It's real easy to start up, but it's fun to watch it start up. But again, and then we're gonna fly around. The great thing is you can go, you fly around like, I don't know, it's crazy. The Ornithopter's design mixes the speed of a fixed-wing aircraft and the hover and vertical takeoff and landing benefits of a helicopter. Well, yes and no. It doesn't really fly like either one of them. Anyway, welcome to my Twitch and YouTube stream. The thing I was looking at my YouTube live recordings and the VODs that I upload from Twitch to YouTube. And then I was comparing the quality of the VODs. And also I would download you could download for an hour and a half show, it's like a 5 gigabyte download. That's the full 1080p uncompressed download. That looks great. Okay. Then and what you see if you do a playback of my VOD looks great. The YouTube stuff does not look as nearly as good. It's definitely a quality level. Hey Adonia, how you doing? It's good to see you back. We're gonna have a kind of a regular thing here where we fly around certain areas. In this case, it's Cape Town, South Africa, a place we've been many times before. Now it's only 7:46 p.m. there, but we're gonna make it a daytime. You know, I was thinking actually like these sunset flights are really great. We'll start around. We'll start around. Yeah, let's actually start around 5 p.m. It's still. That's what it'll look like with the sun still up, but it's going to be kind of a sunset cruise. This is Cape Town, Cape Town, South Africa. Again, it's the very. We have a member, my good friend here, and well, I won't bomb my PC, but it does take 4 to 5 minutes to start up Flight Simulator every single time. Let me start getting this going here. Engine start. Okay. All right, there. Engine start. Okay, good. By the way, you can open up the door. Oh, it's can't open yet. All right, battery on, fuel valve. I got to do this top row first. Alternator on, avionics manager on, engine start. Now we can start the engine. And we're going to unfold the wings. Oh, yeah. First, oh, gosh, I got to keep remembering to do this. There's a special control for my Xbox controller that is specifically for the Ornithopter. Because the Ornithopter has these special boost and things, which you really need to do. Okay, so we can close this. All right, let's get out of here. So, wings unfold. So you see, they're both going to unfold and start to oscillate. There's 4 wings per side, and they both move like this and up and down. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. All right, and basically that's all you have to do. I mean, we can ask for takeoff permission, request taxi, depart straight. It doesn't really matter.
Easterplatte ground KNSH 9er request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
It looks like a beautiful day there. We could fly up Table Mountain. There's Table Mountain. Now, Table Mountain is famous. It's a. Hey, I'm here right now. Okay, come on. You can't say I never come. I go there all the time. But yeah, I do want to go. I'll have to. I might have to be next year. This year is definitely going to be kind of hard to do anything but San Diego. I'm going to do a whole week in San Diego, and that's a lot for me. Okay, well, it wants us to taxi, but one thing we do not have is wheels. So taxiing is really not going to be a thing, but we can kind of like flit around, you know, like a little dragonfly. Well, yeah, but I'm not, you know, what are you going to do? Get out of here. All right. So this way is north. So kind of this is where like a big plain of land where people live. Which is pretty cool. It's a big city. It's the third, is it the third biggest town in South Africa? Let's see, what's our speed? Okay, we don't have that much speed. Oh yeah, okay. Gear up is this one. Okay, that's gear up. So the gear kind of ups, and the gear exactly pulls up. It just exactly like in the movies. So, and the doors open, and kind of the way the wings move like that. But we'll head around. We're gonna make a circle here, and we're gonna head back to the actual town, the actual city of Cape Town. And we'll be there kind of right around sundown. The effects are nice. I mean, kind of what it looks like. Right. So one of my buttons here is mapped to the boosters. So the boosters you get super fast going, so like no time. And the other button here maps to the slowdown effect, which is where the wings kind of come out, and that's how you transition to vertical. And the cool thing is, again, in the movies, you can see them at several occasions. You'll see them kind of come in, lower the landing gear, and use this effect to slow down, which we'll do on the top of Table Mountain. I don't know how much people are into the Dune movies. I'm into them enough so that I will definitely not see them in the theaters. I didn't see the first one in the theaters. I saw it twice, but just not in the theaters. I have a perfectly good home theater. I see no reason to go to the theater. Although, I don't know, have you guys seen they have these popcorn buckets? These special popcorn buckets? Do you know what I'm talking about for the Dune 2 movie? And the top, and they're kind of the weird thing. And the top of them looks like a sandworm's mouth. You stick your hand in there. Okay, so first, okay, well, yeah, first we'll go to the top and we'll just kind of show you how we do like a flip landing there. But power is definitely, I mean, it's more powerful than any helicopter too. I mean, it's, the other thing is it's huge. The wingspan is more, I like to say the wingspan is approximately the same as a 737. And then there's this whole area down there. And that's the actual cape, right? Down, way down there. So top of mountain, hold on, slow down, slow down, slow down. So there's this like little place here. I don't think it's big enough to land, but it is possible to, like, you can see there's these switchbacks here. These trails, you drive up. See if we put our gear down here. You get a great view as you come in though. I don't know if it'll let us land successfully. But there's this kind of, I guess it's probably a restaurant or something. We've landed here before. But this plane has kind of a big wingspan. I want it. It's like landing a jet. But there we are, top of Table Mountain. That's your view from the top of Table Mountain. So that way to the north, pretty looks like northwest, that's where the city is. And then where we took off there, Easterplot, is the defunct air base that we took off from. And the main airport's way back there. But you're looking at it from here, you can kind of see the whole bottom of the, I guess where the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean meet, I'm kind of thinking. Is that how that works? That's why they call it a cape? But, you know, Cape Town is actually in the Bay Area where it's protected from the kind of probably very potentially rough seas you get from the actual Cape. Yeah, we're gonna take off again. We're gonna check out that was a good landing. I'm learning how to deal with this thing. It's okay. Gear up, and not, you know, you want to fly it right. Okay, then we can do this thing. Watch this. Okay, so we'll do this thing where we go like this. Oops, wait a minute. We don't do it there. You do this. You want to find a place where you can go down, and you and they do this in the movie too. And then you kind of go that and boost away. And you can go really fast, and they do this to kind of get away from other people as a kind of a getaway maneuver in the movie. So you have this great maneuverability. Like, I've done this in a helicopter, and it takes a while to get from the top of Dale Mountain to downtown normally. But not in this. In this thing, you just boom. So that's like lights are coming on, sun's going down. I don't know if we've done a twilight. Slow way down here. Turn around here, just like a helicopter. I like it. I think it's cool that it's got this alien writing. Yeah, it's like yesterday I didn't stream, but I went into the flight simulator and I got on a plane and I flew around a very isolated stretch of Baja, Mexico during the sunset for like an hour, and I didn't talk, and I just enjoyed being in the plane. I mean, doing nothing really, not talking. But this is a great little show, I think. That is a cool. That's just, you know, that's what you want to see. Table Mountain, just all. That's where I think, like, probably the rich people live up there. That's where I'd want to live. You know, you can watch everything going on below you. But you want to go check out the nuclear power plant? Unfortunately, it doesn't have buildings, but I'll show you where it is. It's way north. But we'll get there quickly. It doesn't have the actual, like, oops, we don't want to go that high. Also, you have a limited amount of this afterburner fuel, so I'm trying not to you gotta use it in bursts. It's up here. A ways. Again, there's the sun. Still up, but it's gonna. It's a very high. I think, you know, You guys have pretty good internet considering, how far away, how many people must be trying to use the internet at the same time. I'm talking about the local internet, not necessarily a connection to the rest of the world, but it's not bad because Cape Town does have cables that arrive from it has Atlantic crossing cables that arrive from Europe. But you don't get to use them for AWS, I don't think. Those you use, they have a different route on the other way to go to Czechoslovakia. Is it here? No, it's not here. It's right on the coast. And it's kind of hard to see it. No, it's not it. It's a little further up. Yeah, no, it's up here, actually. It's quite a ways further up. So anyway, I want to do an experiment tomorrow with my stream, by the way. She is from Cape Town. She's born and bred Cape Townian. And I have several friends from Cape Town now. I mean, just via Mistress Mort, Siobhan, and other people. And other people that I've kind of just, it's just sort of become a thing. And it's something that I just think it's really cool. Of all the countries in the world to have kind of friends from, I never would have thought. Well, I think it's right up here. I think this is it. I'm gonna freeze it. I'll tell you how I can tell. It's a little ice. Yeah, this is it. So this is the nuclear power plant. Now, normally, you'd see buildings that would be kind of round buildings that you can see from above here. Those are the satellite map versions. It doesn't have planned versions, meaning it doesn't have versions that stick out. Yes, this is from the movie Dune, and Dune 2, which is in theaters near you right now. Go see it. You know what I mean? But this color scheme is not. The paint job is definitely a aftermarket paint job. Yeah, there's me right in there. Having a good old time. Oops, come on, hold on. It's thinking about it. I just want to show you close up. It'll come back. It's doing some thinking. No, it's doing some access to the hard drive. Hold on, I might have to do a screenshot here though, because I love that Superman logo too. Just gotta see if I can make a screenshot with table mount in the back. Oh yeah. Oh. There we go. Maybe like a little further out. I don't know about the lighting. I'll have to do. Hold on. Always stop to take a screenshot, I say. It'll come in handy someday. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, you can see down there below us. Right, where is that now? Right behind us, those are the two containment facilities for the nuclear. They almost always have two. It's just much more efficient to build a nuclear power plant with two reactors than one. Even if you only have, one's because one's not operating, one's down, one's operating, and it's just, it's for the same price you basically get two. They're designed that way. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's the only nuclear power plant, I think, in I don't know what he's reaching for. But you can see him when he's well, it's not active now, but you can see when he's doing this, he's moving around. You can see him moving the controls, and then from inside here, you can't see him, but you can see the controls. The controls move just like that in the movie. I mean, you know what I mean? I was really impressed with how accurate this model is in both how it looks, although obviously, again, my paint job is not standard, but how it operates, how the wings kind of move, and how it operates. And when you look in slow motion, how the wings move, it's really amazing. Yeah, it's only one in South Africa. I think there's 3 nuclear power plants in all of Africa. Oh no, he's fine. He's fine. The arm is fine. He could be an alien. Is he bending the wrong way? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's got. No, okay, he's got this problem. Okay, all right, fine. We're not reporting that as a bug. I see what you're saying now. Fine. It's not the most, and I believe it's because they're stretching the model to these positions, and it's not designed. It's designed for a yoke, which is closer together and closer to you. Whereas he's got these kind of motorcycle controls, right, that are farther away, and it's just not designed for that. So they have these skeletal models. This is not designed for that. All right, well we're out of afterburner fuel. I used all my afterburner fuel. We got plenty of other fuel, so we're gonna try to make it back to the airport, the main airport. You see the sun is going down. And you know, I just find it gentle. We're heading back. We're not going to land at Easter Platte. We're going to go to actual Cape Town Airport. It's a nice model. They recently updated it too, at least the version I have is the updated version. Do 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 do. I feel like I've been flying for a long time, but boy, yeah, I really miss not playing, the flight simulator. The other thing I wanted to do is a sunset tour of the pyramids. Now, Mistress Mord and I have done that. Well, we didn't do it at sunset, but we did do the pyramids. What's this? There's the Sunset Beach Airport, which is up in the road. We can land anywhere, though. But I figured we'll check out the actual airport, which is not too far ahead. And again, even at kind of normal speeds, this plane is fast. But man, the effort they put into the effects of how the sun looks as it goes through the layers of atmosphere in the sky, kind of looks like, it's those details. They are really what make this game good. So we should appreciate the beautiful sunset. See the sun silhouetting the pilot there with his weird arms. Okay, now that's a screenshot. Hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. Come on, guys. All right, where's the airport? Oh, it's right in front of us. Bro. At least we can use the brakes. We can't use the afterburners. Yeah, I can imagine the sunsets are fantastic there. Well, there's some amazing sunsets in San Diego. And all along West Coast, California. Not every day, though. All right, we got to slow down here. We got to put our gear out. We're going to come into the airport here. We'll probably just land like in front of the terminal here. But you'll be able to see, if I get it right, if there's any other planes down here, you'll be able to compare how huge the wingspan is on this thing. Because, I mean, it only holds 5 people. All right, so if we stop the engine here without folding the wings, first let's open the doors. Stop the engine. Engine stop. So it's going to take a little while. It will stop, and you kind of see how they move as it slows down. So the inner part there rocks like this, right? Or I guess like this, and then that circular part goes up and down. And the question becomes, why doesn't it vibrate violently up and down when they all go up and down? Because they don't all go up and down in the same sequence. Some are going up and up while others are going down. And for that reason, it's perfectly smooth because the forces are opposed to each other. There's 8 per side. And you can also see how they build they design these wings with holes in them, or those spaces in them, which is, I think, for flexibility or something. I don't know. But it's just really amazingly thought out, beautiful design. Do we have any lights? Calm. Oh yeah. Turn our panel lights. Oh yeah. Landing lights. Oh, those are bright. Dome light. Sure. That's all I got. Dome light. Landing lights. That's some really bright landing light. Okay, cool. Well, that's part one of the thing. I don't want to fly it around anymore. I want to do another quick mission somewhere, because we're only about halfway through. But that was fun. And again, we've done that before. Does anybody have any suggestions about where we should fly next? We'll do a little mission where we fly somewhere else in the world. And if not, I'll come up with one pretty much randomly. But meanwhile, I'm gonna take a short break of this Diet Coke. Keeping in mind that. Oh, by the way, the game. Somebody's asked on Thursday on YouTube what game it is. It is Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think they've left already. If you're still here, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 technically. So it's 4 years old. They keep talking about it coming out with a new one next year, but it's a modular game. They're always adding new stuff to it. And every day we do content where we fly around in Flight Simulator, and then the second half of the show we do live music. So that'll be coming up in about 20 minutes. But meanwhile, let's come up with someplace different. Just because I think it'll be fun. I know you do need a good computer. I mean, this computer is 4 years old though, but I literally got it for Flight Simulator 2020 in 2020. 4 years ago, and it was pretty high spec then. And since then, I put a new this is a really cool place to fly around, but not in that. I like to have some variety in the kind of planes we do here. Let's do let's do something that has like floats. We got a lot of them. What would be a good plane that might have floats? This one is so slow. It can barely make it off the ground. I don't know why I have that in there. Yeah, Lake Skipper can't get more than 100 feet off the ground. This is always fun fly. So there. It's a high-spec game, and I'm already speccing for my next computer how it will specifically run Microsoft Flight Simulator in a smoother fashion, because it's not about getting a faster graphics card. My graphics card is loafing. It's not about a faster CPU, although I think it's my single-thread CPU performance is limiting to me. I think it's mainly about the speed of data transfer between the hard drive, or the SSDs, and my main memory. So my main memory is 3600 DDR4. So I want DDR5 that's 6000, right? And then I have these M2 SSDs that go about, or Gen 3s or whatever, and I want to skip to, my next one will have Gen 5s, which go about 4 times faster. So it won't magically eliminate all of the issues I have with skipping, jumping, and low frame rates, but it will help. All right, we're gonna turn on our. Can we turn this thing on? Turn on tablet, please. I like this. It's real simple. Doesn't have much to it. Is it going? Are my brakes on? What the hell happened? Wait, on. Hold on. Brakes. Oh, wait. Where are they? Here? Throttle. Brakes. Okay. That's what I need to do. Alright. I remember now. Manual, but it doesn't have brakes that operate in the normal controls. We're fine. It's fine. Relax. This is a pretty isolated island that's part of Mexico, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it's not Mexico. Roatan. No, a lot of people's okay, I just remember now I have to do something real quick, which is remember how I changed my controls for the Ornithopter to the Ornithopter control. But we change it back to my controller scheme. And then we can fly the plane normally. Very good. Alright. Okay, it's bringing those wheels up, which means we can land on a. No, a lot of people are like, yeah. I mean, one thing I'm doing is I'm under spec. Even I'm not sure it's necessary, which is I'm having it generate at 1080p. Although the monitor I'm looking at is 1440. So, and I had it on 1440 when I was, when I'm not streaming, and it looks better, and you get the same frame rates. It's not about that resolution, and it uses more of my GPU by rendered at 4K at higher resolutions. But there's no point because for the stream it doesn't help. Okay, which way is south? Okay, that way is south. So that's kind of the mainland. Oh, we can't really get over the mainland. We'll fly to the end of this a little bit and land in the water. For a water landing. Nope. All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to check my instruments. Okay, that pad looks good. Airspeed's a little high. Throttle down. This is just a really interesting idea. I'm not sure it's real or not, but yeah, you can land it in water. You can take off from there. It's very simple, lightweight. But yeah, next year or at the end of this year, I probably will will bite the bullet and get a new PC. And again, I'm just gonna have to carefully spec it because I want to use I'm going to use my existing GPU. So it's not going to be, that's usually the most expensive part, and I'm literally going to get no GPU. But I am going to need a CPU, new motherboard, because my motherboard won't take memory upgrade. So I already need a motherboard, minimum motherboard, CPU, and new hard drives, new Gen 5 hard drives, which are expensive now. And once you're going to do that, you might as well get everything else is, those are except for the GPU, those are the most expensive parts. So you might as well just get everything else new and get it all like as a system that works together. It just doesn't have a GPU. And then this machine will be my backup machine, and then my current backup, or my second PC. My second PC will become a boat anchor. That's just evolution of PCs. Yeah, okay, leaving your airspace. It's fine. I wonder if there's like hotels and stuff on this island. I've never really been able to tell. We're just flying like another 10 miles in this. And the other thing it has, I think is fun, is the string on that thing. Some people are like, what's that for? Somebody accidentally taped a string to it. No, it's called a slip indicator. Slip is the angle that you're traveling into the wind, which can be caused by yaw. So if I use my rudders here, like the rudders to turn, you see it'll kind of go both when I push one rudder, it goes way to the right because wind is slipping over to the right. And as I come back, it kind of moves around. It's very carefully modeled, and it's a very important, especially on helicopters, but also planes that kind of move kind of slow, like this one. It's kind of hypnotic to watch it move around while yawing with the rudder. And it gives you really important information, and it's literally a piece of string taped to your windshield. But it's called a slip indicator. You can't come up with, it doesn't need power, can't come up with anything better. Well, the great thing is when you get a new PC, usually if you don't, I guess you could spec it out yourself, but usually if you get one that's kind of, all the pieces work reasonably well together, As I say, that's why I don't like building my own PCs. I don't really trust myself to plug a CPU into a motherboard. And I don't want to go through that hassle. I've completely disassembled like PCs. Like this PC here, my second PC, the CPU fan died, and for months, basically, whenever I tried to use it, it would hit the heat limiter on the CPU and start throttling down. It was getting very slow. I was like, what's going on? So I finally looked at it and I'm like, why? Well, if it's so hot, why isn't the fan running? And so I had to replace the fan, I had to pull the motherboard off entirely, and that's on some of these PCs that takes like 3 or 4 hours. It's like pulling a car parts, pulling the engine out of a car. And I was like, and I put it, and then putting it back together. And you know what? It worked. It was fine. I put it back together, plugged, and literally everything got unplugged on that thing that could get unplugged and unscrewed. And then and then I put a new fan in that I made sure worked. And then everything got plugged back in and plugged in and screwed that it could get plugged in or could get unscrewed. And it worked. So I was pretty proud of myself. One thing I did was I took pictures before and after, which is something we didn't use. I took my camera and took a before and after picture of all the little parts. Like, I'm probably not going to forget how that went together later. Pretty day. By the way, we're not cheating the weather or the time today. This is what it looks like in the actual time and day. And we're 6 miles away from where we're going to land. Wherever that is. But as I say, yeah, I don't necessarily want to buy a new PC, but I've definitely gotten my value out of this one. Oh, it'll have been 5 years, and one major upgrade, which was the when I initially got it, it had a 2070 Super, and now I put the 4070 Ti in it, and that made a huge difference. Absolutely. Before it was absolutely limited by the GPU. And now the GPU is loafing, you know. But other games like Cyberpunk and other games I don't play on stream definitely take advantage of the 4070 Ti and are using it. I'm getting fans going at 260 watts. Yeah, no, I mean you can. Yeah, I mean you could definitely upgrade individual components up to a point because, as I say, the thing that's slow about this is, you know, when I'm in the middle of nowhere, I get 140 frames per second. But then when I'm flying around where there's lots of tall buildings and skyscrapers and what we would call, digital assets, thousands of buildings, it slows down to about 20 or 30 frames per second. So it's a data flow issue. And for that reason, a lot of my components have to be perfectly tuned to each other. So the memory, the CPU, and the SSDs all have to be tuned together really well. I have very fast internet, so it's not going out to the internet. That's not slowing it down. That looks pretty in there. It's starting to look like a very pretty island, although I don't know if there's much there. 4 miles away. We should call them and let them know we're coming in. We're actually not landing there. We're going to land near there. That's fine.
Mike Hotel Foxtrot Charlie traffic KNSH 9er 4
We're going to land in the water near this runway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing though that a 4-year-old PC can work perfectly fine. Oh, the other thing I finally did was, you know, I don't know if you're there, but you know how I am completely, by the way, private pilot and musician from Mexico. I recently discovered, oh, by the way, this is from Girani OS. I recently discovered your channel. This person has subscribed to me on YouTube, by the way. Thank you very much. And it's been fun watching you discover the world. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for your kind words on YouTube. And I really appreciate you subscribing on YouTube. By the way, we also, I subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. And I'm a little more, Twitch is a little better as a community building exercise, so I do a little more kind of interacting on Twitch, but I do like people enjoying the YouTubes as well. The only thing we need to remember is just have a water rudder that I have to remember how to put down. I don't think this one does. It doesn't need it because it has a pusher. It has as long as the engine's running, you can use the rudder to turn in the water. So it doesn't actually have a water rudder. That's fine. Speaking of old equipment, because it's that time of year, I've been promising myself now for a year. I've been trying to get as much use as possible of the iPad that I purchased in 2018. So I have a 6-year-old Apple device that works perfectly well, except it's real slow now. You know what I mean? Hi, Yannick, by the way, on YouTube. By the way, if you're on YouTube and you're enjoying the show, just smash that like button really hard. Just give it a whack. And YouTube, of course, you might want to follow me. I like the effects of the shallow water effects here, you know. That really, thank you very much. I just got a follow. I just demanded a follow and got one. Wow. How does that ever work in real life? In any case, so I ordered, so yesterday was new iPad day, because it's 6 years old. It works fine, but I still got to replace it just because of the 6-year-old part, you know. So I'm like, well, I could get an iPad 9th generation or an iPad 10th generation. And literally, I was considering, cheaper to most expensive. Or I could get an iPad Air. And first I was like, well, I'll save money. I'll get an iPad 9th generation. And then I'm like, I shouldn't cheap out. I should get the one with a better processor. That's the iPad 10th generation. And I'm like, if I'm not going to cheap out, that one's still a 3-year-old model. I've got a 6-year-old iPad. Where's the so-called airport? You know what I mean? Well, not that we need an airport where we're going. We'll land on the lagoon. It's calmer. So then I finally came around to spending a little more money, and I decided to buy the iPad Air. All of them have basically the same form factor. Same size. The iPad 9th generation is a 10.2, and the others are 10.9 inch screens. We'll make it. We're fine. We're fine. We're just going to do a little water land in here. Lose a little speed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't smash. Yeah, it's real gentle. Just kiss the water. Kiss the water like you love your mama. I don't want to say that. All right. We're a little heavy. That's why we're bouncing a bit, and we're fine. And there we go. We landed in the lagoon. We'll go to this airport. I imagine there's a snack bar there. I feel like a snack coming on. That's the airport. I don't know. Why would you go here? I don't know. You may well leave a comment on YouTube if you like. I do enjoy when people leave comments on YouTube as well, because I'm trying to create a community on YouTube. So anyway, I was kind of saying that the technical issues on YouTube. I always like to say, well, it looks the same on YouTube and Twitch, and then I was looking the other day, and I'm not 100% sure that's true. I think it looked better on Twitch than YouTube, and I was looking into that, and people are saying that YouTube's compression algorithm is a lot uglier than Twitch's. In other words, it takes the data that I'm sending out from my house, and it gets distributed to it via this, but they have it's not that they don't take the pure data, they compress it to send it out to their things, which is why it looks a little muddier than it's ever going to look on my screen. And what they find out is if I broadcast in 1440, which I can do, we're going to shut off the engine here. Shutting off the engine alternator. Oh, ignition off. There you go. And there you have it. Just a lovely day in the Southern Caribbean? I don't know. We're not going to sink, don't worry. It's good. Yeah, we're gonna go to the snack bar, get a snack. But meanwhile, it's in there. It's up there. We might have to swim a ways, just because I'm wondering whether my Diet Coke supply is sufficient for the rest of the stream. But I'm quite sure it is. Now, what this means that we're 45 minutes in is that we have reached the halfway point. Darn it! And if you like today's stream, like the flight simulator part of the stream, by the way, a little Adonia on Twitch. Thank you for, yes, exactly, engagement. It's all about the numbers, the YouTubes. But I'm going to keep doing it. It's very easy to keep streaming on YouTube. But I wanted to mention while I have people here, tomorrow I'm going to do an experiment. Instead of outputting at 1080p, I'm going to output at 1440, which is a higher resolution level. It may look worse. It may not even run on Twitch, although I think it will. Yeah, really. Pringles, though, that is a good flavor of Pringles. Whatever they got there, it's probably not got a lot. I mean, look where we are. We're literally in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? The most exciting thing that's happened in this entire region is that we landed there. They're like, yeah, fire up the grill. They might want a burger. But as I was saying, I'm going to try it just for one stream, experimentally, see if it works, because I'll be monitoring my Twitch stream. And seeing if that live, because I'm recording, not only, I have two things that go to YouTube, the VODs, which I upload, and the lives, which they store in a different place. They both should look just like the Twitch. We'll see. It's going to be experiment tomorrow. So give me a couple minutes, folks. Thank you for coming. Can I land in Geneva next time I can? For sure. Geneva, I've done Geneva, but I love Geneva. It's very interesting. It's right on Lake Lucerne, and the mountains are fantastic. We'll do Geneva again, but we'll have to do it tomorrow, I'm sorry to say, because today's flight has terminated in us landing at this location, and I have to get to the second half of the stream. I'm looking forward to it. I will be playing this beautiful Stratocaster guitar here. But just give me 5 minutes to set up. Yeah. Same time tomorrow, Thursday. Same time, my time, whatever it was, roughly 45 minutes ago. My time is 11:30 a.m. And that's right around when I like to stream. I like to finish up right around 1 p.m. So I sometimes I'm late as much as a half an hour, but sometimes a little early. But I try to be in that range just so that people can be consistently predicting what my schedule would be. But I am going to take a couple minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes, and we can continue to answer questions. So stick around. But I'm gonna just make a little change of scenery here. Yeah, you should go to those shops now. I definitely yes, Mr. Smart, absolutely. You have my person. You should. Yeah, you know what? They're gonna close. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be 9 p.m. there at some point. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it running, but just be like a few minutes. Okay, I think we're back. Thanks for sticking with me through the break. That break happens every day. Yeah, no, the chair. Actually, the chair is good. I was like, I wanted, I buy one on Amazon, but it's a cool chair. Buying them, you have like a million choices. And I was like, well, should I spend $500 and get the fancy one that the gamer with the, that the logo chairs? Hey, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it, Jerry. Appreciate it. So, should I get but I spent over, I think maybe $120. So, yeah, that was good. And it's like, they had like 5 colors. They had black, blue, white, purple, green. Like purple, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Come on, it's got to match my little thingy there. It's got to match my purple. Yeah, exactly. This is not a great quality, but it's not great quality, but I did invest a lot of money. Oh, hi, thank you for coming by. Oh, thank you. You said some very nice things. And you also had made a comment that I wanted to respond to. You said it's primarily the bit rate, which makes the difference in YouTube. And that's what I thought too. And I think I do fudge the bit rate. Like the standard bit rate you're supposed to use upstream is 6,000. I've got 7,800 now. And the reason why I do that is because I'm playing a game. I want it to look good. That's a noticeable difference. I tell anybody who's streaming, who's a Twitch affiliate or partner, you're not supposed to do it unless you are, that you should ignore that 6,000 limit, and 8,000 is the real secret limit. But some people don't believe me. Like I tried telling Bella that, and she's like, no, I don't believe that. Yeah, I mean, it was like $10 shipping or $20 shipping. So I didn't invest a lot of money in it, but it's pretty comfortable. It's good. It's a little, whee. These things will feel like they're gonna fall off, but maybe I just didn't, screw them on tight enough. Every now and then I gotta retighten things. It's fine. It's a good chair. So they're saying that you're saying that it's the bitrate makes a huge difference, especially on Twitch, but it still looks worse on YouTube. And I was, and I looked it up, and somebody said, oh yeah, well, if you use the 1440 setting instead of streaming at 1080p, it uses a different compression algorithm, and it looks a lot better on YouTube. That's why I just heard. I don't know, but I'm going to try it tomorrow. After today's stream, I'm going to reset my output from 1080p to 1440. And tomorrow's stream, it'll either be a disaster and I'll have to set it back, or it'll be good. I'll have to, it may look the same to everybody effectively, and then I'll have to do a comparison. Yeah. Well, I'm multi-streaming, but I have to use the same bit rate for. So in other words, I could use 10,000 if I was always streaming to YouTube. Excuse me. If you're always streaming to YouTube Live, you can go way higher than that, and you can make it. And that's how the YouTube streamers like Dr. Disrespect look so sharp all the time while they're playing a really high-end game, and you're getting almost uncompressed. I think they're at 14,000. I think they're literally doubling what they're supposed to do at Twitch. What we're supposed to be limited to do to stream on Twitch. It's really interesting. And so that's one of the things. But YouTube will allow you to stream at higher rates than Twitch. Right. You shouldn't go past 8,000, but I'm not going past 8,000. And it doesn't cap you at 1080. Let me tell you the story. The very first time I streamed, and that's 6 months ago, it doesn't exist anymore. The very first time, I didn't know what I was doing with OBS. So I just went live. And then when I went to look at my stream on Twitch, I was not streaming on YouTube. It said 1440. It had, it had the extra things. It said, and I'm like, I shouldn't be streaming at 1440. So then I went, that's not a good thing. So I went into OBS the next day and I changed it back to 1080. Since then I haven't touched it. But but I wasn't an affiliate back then. By the way, thank you. Let's have a sound. Just have a name. Well, as I say, my internet is fantastic. I'm less than 30 miles from an actual AWS ingest center, and the connection between me and Comcast and them is all fiber. I have fiber in front of my house. So 2 fibers, to each house in this neighborhood. I have amazing internet quality. It's really good. So I should take advantage of it. I just don't want to get into trouble, but I want to stream at the highest rate that I can, that people can see me, but I just don't know what those numbers are. It's vague. It's vague. Again, it's not, you're limited by where you are, but I'm limited by not knowing what my settings should be that are the absolute best I can get, where I won't get into trouble, considering I'm multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So we're just kind of doing an experiment. Yeah, fret noise. Yeah, it's just called a fret. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to go with Restream. I want to use the same settings. Currently, what I'm doing, which is just using the same settings for um, OBS, the plugin I have for OBS for multi-streaming just says, well, use the same settings as you're using for Twitch on on any other thing you're streaming. I'm like, fine, that's fine. They should look the same, right? But not necessarily. And I'm thinking, so I assume they would look exactly the same. Yeah, as I say, that's the reason why I don't need that. I don't need 3 wireless cameras. I've got 3 regular old camera, web cameras. So you can see here. So I've got this is my stream cam. It's like an $8 camera. It was refurbished. This is my main camera, which is now this Nexigo camera here. And then I've got the Brio, which I was using as my main camera. I'm now using as my instrument camera. That's mainly what I'm doing behind the scenes. Now the cool thing is I can be playing, and I've got this web foot switch here. I got this foot switch here, and I can just hit my foot switch, and it goes to my transition. So that's 8 seconds, and then it goes to one of 6 random scenes. Okay, so meanwhile, while you're doing that, I want to sing a song. I haven't sung a song yet. I like to sing songs. We're gonna do. We'll do that Sister Hazel song. No, it doesn't run. Doesn't even run warm. My main camera, this camera in the middle, runs a little warm. It's huge. It's a massive thing with a very large sensor. Finally, I figured out it took a long, long time. Now there's a turnabout, wondering if I'm trying. There's been times I'm so confused. All of my roads, would they lead to you? I just can't turn and walk away. When it's hard to say what it is I see in you, wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do, enough to prove it's all for you. I thought I'd seen it all, 'cause it's been a long, long time. Oh, we're tripping fall, wondering if I'm behind. There's been times I'm so confused. All my roads, will they lead to you? I just can't turn and walk away. When it's hard to say what it is I see in you, wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do, enough to prove it's all for you. Rain keeps pouring down, coming from blue skies. Words without a sound, coming from your eyes. Finally I figured out, took a long, long time. All I'm thinking about, maybe 'cause I'm trying. There's been times I'm so confused. All of my roads, where they lead to you, I just can't turn and walk away. And it's hard to say what it is I see in you, wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do, enough to prove it's all for you. It's hard to say what it is I see in you, and I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do, enough to prove all for you. Of course I'll do my instrumental version. I don't really like to sing it though. So it goes like this. Hey Mark, by the way, good to see you. How's the Netherlands going? nice. Rome. Cool. I've flown around there. Oh, nice. The Riley Reid song. Basically, that's the 2.5-minute version of that 7-minute song. You know what I mean? You get the picture there. I'm not playing all the repeats, and I'm not going to solo, but on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, saw a shimmering light. Head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. As she lit up a candle, she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. Well, I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here. Beers on the man is Tiffany Twisted, pink champagne on ice. And she says, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. In the master's chambers, gathered for the feast. Hey guys, play nice, better than the stealing ice, but they just can't kill the beast. I don't have that kind of chat. Last thing I remember, running for the door. I had to find my passage back on the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. What's your cat? One short break. I gotta let the cat in. He's out. How to get out? I'll be right there. That there. Cat, what are you doing outside? Why are you outside, Bo? Cat wants to come in. Dying to come inside. All right, now he's in. Cat's in. All right. I want to learn this new REM song, but I want to lose this new REM. Hey guys, Sitting in a hotel room in Rome. Hey, I guess things could be worse. You know, things could be worse. I don't know how, but they could be worse. Okay. Whoops. Gotta switch over here. Swing. Okay. Good. I just want to take a short break. First, people who don't play nice in chat get timeouts in the corner. They have to sit in the corner, facing the corner. It's not a good look. We will tell you. We will have a note. You'll have to send. We'll send home that your parents have to sign. I will record a note for you. Even mods. Well, you know what I mean. You're not immune, so just play nice. That's all. You're doing okay. You're doing fine. No, I'm kidding. You go crazy. Just become like caged animals. Actually, while we're at it, pretend I just threw $100 bill on the floor. First person to get it gets 10 more. I always like to talk about my guitars a little bit. You didn't get it. Somebody else got it. Sorry. My Fender Stratocaster. This swirl finish is great. I bought this in 2014, and I have my Telecaster. It was just, you know, they made these about 200, a run of 200 of these completely unique bodies in the Mexico factory. And each one of them is done by dipping in the body, you know, attaching it to a fixture, dipping it in water, effectively. Well, they probably do the oil first, and then they put the body in, and the oil paints coat the. They prime the body, and then the oil paints coat the body in the swirly after they swirl up the paints together. Okay, they take a barrel of water. They take these squirt guns of two or three different oils. They swirl them together on the top, and then they put the body in there. So first they effectively make the pattern, and then they get it to adhere to the body by hydroforming it or whatever like that. It's just a really cool technique. So each one of these is a completely unique, one of a kind, but it's a traditional Fender Stratocaster, just like a regular old Fender Stratocaster. Yeah, I knew you'd rage about that. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, you need to be faster next time. Yeah, it's kind of an water transfer or hydro transfer, I think sometimes it's called. But they do it almost. There's so many products you could do that on. I've seen them do that. You can see YouTube things where they do that. Like I saw some guy do a thing that had a baseball cap that he pulled it onto thing, and it made these incredible one-time only, you know, designs on a baseball cap. Yeah, no, I respect the artists who created this body a lot. And the cool thing is that when they came out for a very limited time only, you go online and you can see some of the stores got 4 or 5 of them, and they took pictures. They all look completely different. So I was really right on when the day they came out, basically, online, and I picked this one out. And it was by far the nicest one that's available. This paint job. I mean, the others had this wild streaks and stuff on it. The others are a lot more kind of they're similar, but they don't look like this one. So I got kind of a really one of a kind one. I kind of think it's probably valuable. You know, it's probably worth more than I paid because I only paid $550 for it. It wasn't, you know, it was basically only $50 more than a regular Stratocaster finish. But they don't make them anymore, and they're, you know, if you want one, a factory, you know, where they've made this from the factory, there's only a couple hundred out there. So it's got to be valuable. Did my best to notice all the coal came down the line up to the platform of surrender. I was broad, but I was kind. Sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Well, your eyes and your heart, you gotta cut the cord. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Pay my respects to grace and virtue. Send my condolences to good. Give my regards to faith and romance. They always did the best they could. And so long to devotion. They taught me everything I know. Wave goodbye, wish me well. You gotta let me go. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Will your sister be alright when you dream of home tonight? There is no lesson we're receiving. Let me know, is your heart still beating? Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Are we human? Are we dancer? I guess we're dancers. We're not human. With that. We'll play it. Diet Coke Night, Clearway. We'll play House of the Rising Sun here. It's another good song for I think my grumbly voice, yeah. In New Orleans, they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know my mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. mothers tell their children not to do as I have done. Spend your life in sin and misery down in the house of the rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I won't. Oh, that's fine. Take a break, do an instrumental. Why? My voice, at least a couple instrumentals of some kind. There's two I like to do that I made up. One goes like this. So made up that one. I made up this one. Hey. A weird little Latin sounding thing piece. Thank you. Kind of interesting. I like a, guitar. I don't know what you call that. A little sonata. Mr. S'more, don't you want to pick up the guitar again and start playing guitar? Does it sound like fun? It's fun. I just wouldn't recommend an acoustic guitar. The electric guitar has a lot of advantages, especially when you're learning. You're not bugging anyone else in the house. Okay, you're playing on a headphone, say. Like, I'm not even bothering the cat. You put a lot less pressure on your fingers. You don't have to build up calluses like you do with acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar, you'll play it for a couple of weeks. You can build up calluses. Now I can play for like 30 minutes at a time without being extreme pain, you know. But electric guitars, you don't really need the calluses. I mean, I got little kind of them there for this, but it's not like an acoustic guitar. You can get an electric guitar and an amplifier pretty cheap. Well, I played an acoustic guitar before I played an electric guitar. It's not like you're gonna, you know, the actual chords are the same. I had one at the party. I could have picked it up there. I'm happy to show you how to play it. So my history is, yeah, I mean, my parents had a nylon string acoustic Spanish style guitar in the house. And so I think I took lessons. I was pretty young. I would just play some basic chords. And then I didn't play guitar. I played piano. They had a piano too. So I played the piano from age 15, well, less than that, on. And then I picked up a guitar again when I was 21, 22. When I got my first job at Microsoft, everyone else had electric guitars in their office. I was like, well, that looks like fun. And they were picking them up and strumming them. And some of them could play pretty well, quite well. My friend Mark O'Brien was an extremely good guitar player. I was like, well, that's fun. Plus, it's something to do while you're sitting in the office and nothing else to do. So from then, I've always had an electric guitar in my office. Today, you go to my office, which is not far from me. I'm the only one, but I have an electric guitar in my office. It's, you know, it's there. Should I ever have the urge to be on my cubicle and want to strum away, you know, it's just ingrained in having them around and having them available. I'm not even that good considering how much time I put into it. Well, it's amazing. You can play songs with 3 chords, 3 or 4. You know, 4 is a good number. 4. If there's 4 chords, you know, if you can know G and C, D and E, you can play a lot of songs. This is the one I'm trying to learn. It goes like.